Please let me know if you can
Alright then.
mention stream ping. If you can't, then I will stream ping.
We're muted, right?
Yes, we are.
Very cool.
We are.
Hello,
Hello.
chat. Hello, chat.
Hello everyone.
Hello,
Hope
hello.
you are
and let's say you get 99%, it'd be 9,990. And so on and so forth. So, I'll be off again.
Okay,
All
should
right.
be fixed. We're
All right.
back.
Later. Good luck, have fun. You guys better calm.
All right. So
Alright.
at C29, again, okay, take two. At C29, we have Loui Osu, consisting of Chesha and Ayaz 9990. Very well-rounded scores on pretty much almost every map except for HD2 and HR2, where they pretty much kind of, I won't just say underperform, but they perform
got
lower
to
compared to the
practice.
other map, rather.
Definitely
Yeah, in
practice,
terms of
guys. That is the goal.
you should pretty much SS the pool, but you know that's pretty impossible for other players, so that's okay, as it's a learning experience for everyone.
It's great. It's a
Uh,
very, very friendly tournament to get started
Mhm.
on. So it's all about having fun
So-
and getting good accuracy.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Around 8,000 to 9,000 on Nomad 1, Nomad 2, Nomad 3, Nomad 4, HD1, HR1, and the DTs. And then 4,000 on HD2, and then 7,000 on HR2.
That's all good.
Yeah, that's pretty good for C29. So good job, guys. Congratulations for qualifying.
Congrats. Thank you for playing. Now moving on
Yeah.
to Seed 28.
At C28, we have Ala Turca, consisting of players Vulu Vulu and Shrift. Again, very well-rounded scores. Noticeable drop in terms of AC on the HD2 and the HR2, both scoring 7,000 in terms of AC respectively. Noticeable.
Noticeable increase
I
in that
think.
no mod 1,
Yeah,
2,
true.
3, and 4. So definitely a very,
9,600.
very
Yeah.
player-based team. But they also didn't struggle in the DT department either.
Hmm. So I think we'll be seeing a lot of teams struggling on the HD2 and the HR2 in terms of act, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the other teams. And once again, good job. Congrats for qualifying.
It's not hard, since we have not 32 teams. So
Yep.
anyway,
Now,
on to
I guess
the next
we can
seed.
move on. Okay, at C27, we have Los Paja Brava, consisting of players Subseco and Potato PNG. Again, more well-rounded scores, noticeable drop on mainly the HD2.
The hidden
They
two,
have a
two caught a lot of people off
yeah,
guard, I
the
think.
hidden two. Yeah, a lot of people got caught off guard in terms of act with this HD2. It's a very tricky map for sure, especially if you're not really used to reading low ER, especially with the hidden. And for this SR, it's a bit more trickier, especially for players that struggle on skill floor or skill basement rather. And yeah, that's again pretty well-rounded scores in terms of act. Like 9,000, 8,000 on pretty much almost every map except hidden too.
Goes to show how much that little percentage of AC in that average does matter for your placement and seeding. So I think it does get very close, especially up at the top end of the seeding. So definitely
Yeah, that's right.
competitive, very competitive.
Very competitive for this rank rage actually. Pretty good job, guys. Keep it up, and once again, congratulations for qualifying.
Next,
I guess we can move on now to the next seed, and we have Virgosu team. We have Lucito Otaku 258 and Wenosu. Again, a noticeable
team
drop in terms of
taken
AC on the hidden 2 and the HR2, but they're still actually pretty good. I mean, 7,000 on both of those maps. That's really good for this team. And then more well-rounded acts on pretty much the rest of the pool.
bit
Good job,
stronger on the
guys.
no mod 1, no mod 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we shall move on now.
Next seed, C25.
Uh, for C25, we have Sisek, consisting of Fructosa and Misha. Again, very well-rounded scores, slightly better AC on HR2 compared to the previous seed.
Bit
But
stronger on that Nomad 2 as well.
yeah, again, their lowest score in terms of back is Hidden 2, which is pretty much so far the main map that where most teams struggle with in terms of back. So yeah,
Yep. And that's a great set of scores, guys. Anyway, on to number 24.
Seed 24, we have 4 fun gamers consisting of DKYS and Kanata. Again, more well-rounded scores, very
Definitely some
noticeable.
impressive scores from some 400k players too.
Yeah, very
Particularly
noticeable score of the Nomad 3 though. I think they
Very
seeded
good,
5th.
yeah.
That's pretty good. Considering this is still C24, that's pretty good, guys.
Also, interesting,
Uh,
stronger on that Hidden 2 compared to the teams before them.
Yep. A bit tricky on the HR2 in terms of act, though they did get C27 on both the HRs, so that's still pretty good. And once again, good job, guys.
Very nice.
Okay,
Moving
moving
to
on to the next team.
23.
Former Newcomers World Cup USA. We've got Goten 45R and Thang Not for this team. More well-rounded scores. Very noticeable score would be the Nomad 4. That's pretty
Very much,
good. They got
very much
13
technique.
on Nomad 4. I
Great
think this
technical.
team will perform really well on the mechs, especially when it comes to tech or slider tech. Pretty well-rounded act on HR2 and Hidden 2, like the main maps that most teams struggle with so far. And once again, pretty good job. That's really solid.
Nice scores. Moving on to Seed 22.
We've got 8-pack Vine consisting of Lico, W Vine, and Apaki. Again, more well-rounded scores, but their
Got
noticeable score would be
Hidden
Hidden 2.
2.
They actually seeded 17 on Hidden 2, and they also seeded 19 on DT2.
Very
Uh,
interesting.
very, very interesting seeding placements for this team. Other than that, they're pretty much well-rounded on the other mods in terms of act, but we'll see in the later rounds how they'll perform as more maps get pulled and more slots get introduced with each pool per round. So yeah, once again, congratulations. Now let's move on to the next one. Seed 21, I Need More Power, consisting of Narano XXL and Optimus 777.
Not much
I
to say
guess,
about this.
yeah,
Very
I guess
consistent team across the board. All rounders.
there again another noticeable score would be their Nomad 4, Seed 17 on Nomad 4. Other scores are pretty well-rounded, getting C20 on some of these maps like HD2, HR2, and DT2, and then getting C21 on DT1, HR1. The rest are either C22 or C23.
It's going to be a tough team to face, trying to figure out what you want to ban and pick against.
Good luck
Very
with the
consistent
next
system.
round.
Moving
Okay,
on
move.
to Seed 20.
We've got 39 for C20, consisting of Rauzab and Javi 22.
Very interesting scores here. Very interesting.
I think this team is most likely gonna be a HR main because very, very well rounded scores, but the most noticeable one is their HR scores. Like they got seed 8 on both HR1 and HR2.
Especially
That's
considering that Hard Rock 2 took out a lot of other players, and made them struggle.
so whoever is gonna compete against this team, they will have to ban either of the HRs if they wanna secure a chance and getting a point
So-
against them. Otherwise, they're
Also
gonna
have to
struggle.
point out those hidden scores are definitely a bit on the weaker side of things, being 25 on the hidden 1 and 23 on the hidden 2.
So this is something that you can use again to your own advantage if you once you face this team. But I still believe in them. They can do pretty much well on other maps. So yeah, moving on to the next seed, we've got Zombie 2 consisting of my newcomers World Cup goats, Yanuish and PH Inferno, my Philippines newcomers World Cup goats.
Shout out.
By the way, shout out to Yanuish, my teammate in 6WC5, our HR goat and gimmick goat actually. He
More
pretty
hard
much
rock
carries
scores on this.
everything. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
He's really good at hard rock, as you can see from the Seed 7. They got Seed 5 in HR1 and Seed 7 in HR2. Even in back in Newcomers World Cup, HR was their strong suit. Uh, a little bit noticeable would be the Nomad because they got seed 21, but that's still pretty good for this team. They're actually pretty well rounded. I think for me personally, they're gonna struggle a bit on the hiddens at some point,
Or maybe even
but
those nomads.
with
Those nomads are definitely a lot
well
worse
as the
compared to a lot of the
Nomad.
other teams.
So I think this team will also prioritize the HR picks because that's what they're maining at. But other than that, congratulations, my
Of
goats.
course, on those hard rock.
By the way, Peach Inferno rank up. Too good.
Anyway, moving on to Seed 18.
PP Farmers, Isaac Links Gaming, and Addis. Again, very well rounded. I think this is another Hard Rock main team because they got seed 12,
Interesting
seed
to point
13,
out, their
seed
name
13
is
on
PP
HR1,
Farmers.
and seed 14 on HR2, respectively.
Called the PP
You know,
Farmers,
very,
farming DT1 and Nomad 1.
yep, very well rounded for the most noticeable one that is on the weaker side though would be the hidden two. So they're gonna struggle a bit more on the low AR rating in general. But other than that, solid team. Congratulations.
Very nice scores.
Yeah. Moving on, we've got team name. Very creative name for a team.
Very.
I commend your name your naming skills for your team. Anyway, very balanced seeding for both Nomad and Hidden. They got both seed 15 on those. Again, another noticeable seeding placement would be the Hard Rock. They got seed 11 on a Hard Rock.
And that
Getting
Nomad.
seed 11, they got seed 11 on HR1 and seed 10 on HR2. Their weaker mod would be DT, which is pretty much ironic because I think it's pretty much essentially the same as HR because of the high AR, but perhaps they're not that used to higher circle sizes or maybe the denser patterns, but that's gonna depend on whether they'll practice or maybe they'll pull up something that will impress us.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Good scores though around the board.
Good scores though. Very commendable scores. And very commendable team name. Moving on, we've got
16.
PAX 13, consisting of JR Jamper and Strictlane. This might be the probably the first hidden main team so far. They got C13 on hiddens. Slightly, I think their hiddens are pretty good. I mean, they got seed 11 on hidden 1, seed 15 on hidden 2. The nomads are actually not that bad either. They're actually a bit weaker on the nomad 1.
That
Got
Nomad
C20
one.
over there.
And maybe
Yeah,
that DT1.
pretty much well rounded on the maps like the DTs and the HRs, but I think this might just be an underperformance. Like they could still pretty much improve their performance in the later rounds. So we'll see about that. Yeah. Anyways, congratulations, guys.
Moving
Now,
on to Seed
moving on to
15.
the next one. We've got Nameless, another creative team name. We've got Hickey 8-Man and Coin 233 for this team. Another hidden main team.
Number 6
Getting
on the
seed
hidden
9
too.
on the hidden. We've got a team that is really, really strong on the hidden too. And that's gonna be a lot interesting moving forward. Because they're also pretty noticeably good at acting DT1.
That
The
DT1.
weaker side for this team though would be the HR2, so they're probably gonna struggle a lot on precision and low circle sizes. However, I think that might be their main bans for the rounds to come. But other than that, pretty good scores. Congratulations. Very impressive though.
Very nice.
Hidden goats.
Moving on to
Okay.
seed 14.
Moving on. We hate Abe, consisting of Robo Freak and Pilot BFFRI. My goats.
This might be one of
Okay,
the more consistent teams just across the board.
they do actually hate the aim though, but they did pretty well. Getting 15 on No Mode 1, despite being aim haters. They
They did
got
worse
seed
on the
18 on
tapping.
No Mode. Yeah, they're pretty good at alt and as well as hidden 2. They got seed 11 on hidden 2 and then seed 13 on No Mode 3 respectively. Uh, I think the weaker side would be probably No Mod 4 because they got C21 over there, so that's gonna be a map to watch out for this team. Other than that, yeah,
Oh,
congratulations.
good
Very
job.
nice score.
Moving
Good
on
job,
to our
guys.
seed 13.
Moving on. Seed 13 Newcomers World Cup was just a tutorial. Nice team name.
Great name.
We've got Rusty, Goat, and Panhar. Actually went against Panhar in BDT back then, which was a tournament from last year. Anyways, they
Very
are pretty good at Nomad 1, Hidden 1, and DT2. So
particularly
they're
that
pretty good on.
DT2.
Yeah, they got Seed 5 on DT2, and they got Seed 6 on Hidden 1, and then they got Seed 7 on Nomad 1.
Very
That's
much
pretty impressive.
strong. Very strong on Nomad 1 and Hidden 1, so it might be a very aim-based team.
Yeah, ironic to the team from the previous seedings.
Who hate aim, yes.
Anyways, congratulations, guys. You
Great
did it.
scores.
Moving on to the next seed. We've got South America.
Definitely not
Oh my
South
gosh,
America on the flag.
names. We've got Joel, NGS, and Itiki for this team.
Very strong hard rock
They
squad.
are another, yeah, they're another Hard Rock main team, getting seed 4 on Hard Rock 2 and then seed 7 on Hard Rock 1. A little bit weaker on the hidden, but still pretty good in terms of act. Pretty
Also
much a
the
well-rounded
DT.
team specializing in hard rock. But yeah, they also specialize in Noma too. They got seed 7 over there. That's pretty impressive.
I would also like to say that is not. That is Polish was wrong. That is a South American flag. It's Colombia.
I apologize. Yes, my bad. I am not a geography nerd.
Oh, I
Alright,
didn't
goodbye.
know that, guys. My chat.
I
They
thought that
got
was.
corrected. Anyway,
I thought that was
once
like.
again, congratulations on getting C12. Really good performance. Okay, moving on to the next seed. We've got Holy Moly, consisting of J Reaps and Avid Ally. Another. Okay,
Oh,
this
that's
is a pretty impressive seeding placement because they got seed 9 on both Nomad and DT. They got seed 13 on Hard Rock, so I think their main struggle would be hidden, which in which they got seed 15 overall, getting seed 20 on hidden,
pretty weak.
but getting seed 10 on hidden too, which is actually impressive. So it must mean that they are special. They are specialists in general because. As you can see here, they're very noticeably good as well in Nomad 2 getting seed 8. And also in Nomad 4 Tech, they're pretty good at it,
Very
getting
strong.
seed 5. And then they got seed 8 on DD2. That's pretty good.
Very nice.
So a pretty much well-rounded specialist team specializing on certain niche skill sets. So yeah, very interesting team and congratulations.
Moving on to
And
C10.
moving on to the next team, we've got We Love Low SR, consisting of Magic Warrior and Titanek. They do love low SR, and what
Maybe
else
low
do they
AR.
love? Hidden. Because they're noticeably very well at hiddens. Because they got seed 8, getting seed 7 on hidden 1 and seed 9 on hidden 2 respectively. pretty well-rounded scores. Noticeably a lot weaker on the Hard Rock one, getting seed 20 on it, as well as the Nomad 4 getting seed 18,
And
as
struggling
well
a
as
little bit
Nomad
on DT.
15, yeah, and DT2 as well getting seed 17, but still pretty well-rounded scores.
Very strong scores
Once
on the
again,
yeah.
once again, I did not expect this rank rage to be this competitive with so many acts and scores so close to each other in terms of standard deviation. Very impressive performances, guys. In general, keep it
Awesome.
up.
Moving on to our seed 9
Okay,
team.
we've got Zombie, another team from my PH Goats and Newcomers World Cup. We got SP Silent and Siame. Siame is a gimmick goat. Okay,
Definitely
anyways, moving
was very
on.
strong
They
all
are
round.
most notably they are pretty well-rounded actually. Like their lowest overall seeding placement is seed 12 on the hiddens.
But
The
that's
rest is
really good, yeah.
the rest is seed 11 on Nomad overall and seed 10 on both HR and DT. Very low scores on the DTs. They got seed 10 on both the DTs. On the Hard Rocks, they got seed 9 on HR1 and seed 10 on HR2. They're kind of struggling a bit more on the Nomad 2 and the Nomad 3. But other than that, they're pretty well rounded as well. Looking forward to how this team will perform. I did not expect Zombie to have two
Strong.
separate teams for this tournament. That's pretty impressive.
That's good. Very nice.
Congrats, guys, and keep it up. Good luck with the tournament.
Moving
Moving
on
on
to
to the
our
next team,
seed
we've
8.
got we've got Shinigami Eyes. I think this might be that one anime reference from I forgot the anime. I think it's called Dark Death Note. Yeah, we've got Vampy Fangs and Lehina.
That No Mod 1, very
Very noticeably good at Hard Rock, getting seed 5.
very good.
Impressive score. They got seed 2 on Hard Rock 1, and they got seed 9 on Hard Rock 2, which is also really impressive. They're also really good at hacking and in aim. They got seed 5 in Nomad 1. They're also pretty good at hacking Nomad 2. They got seed 9 over there. And as well as Nomad 4, they got seed 8. That's pretty good.
But maybe lacking on that hidden with the slightly behind seed 10 overall on the hidden.
Yeah. I think they're gonna struggle a bit more on the hiddens, getting seed 10 and 12 respectively, as well as the Nomad 3. So they're probably not that good at control, but with better practice, I think they might pull off something great.
Yeah, very
Once again,
strong contender.
congratulations to the team and good luck with the tournament. Moving on to the next seed, we have Taco, consisting of players Dimples Army and Kiyashin XS.
What an
Very
Whoa,
good at Nomads, DT, and the Hiddens.
but very much
Struggling a
struggling
bit
on Hard
on the
Rock.
hard rock.
Yeah,
Struggling a bit on the hard rocks though. Getting seed 17 and 19 on both the hard rocks respectively. So Palkia, what's your take on this?
I
team?
think that it's actually opposite to Shinigami Eyes, where they were stronger on Hard Rock, but now these guys are weaker on Hard Rock. But not to mention, those no mod scores are very strong, as well as the DT scores. Very interesting, very good. We've got like a couple of seed 2, couple of seed 3. Very good, guys.
I agree. They have really good scores because most of their seeding placements on Nomads, Hiddens, and DTs are one digits. They only have 2-digit seeding placements on the hard rock, so they will have to be careful once this gets picked. So they might have to ban either of these
Or
mods.
hopefully get some more practice on Hard Rock in.
Yes. Or who knows? They might just be skill floored or skill basement. They could. I believe in those. They can do something great, especially uh on the Hard Rock one. But yeah, it also applies for previous teams. I believe in all of them. They can do so much more.
But very nice
So
scores,
yeah,
guys. Very
congratulations. And moving on to the next seed, we've got Knight's Bouquet, consisting of Stallowy Gen and Silvery Flower, my other goats in the tournament scene. and
I don't
also
think
my
that's
staff.
Cosmos and Hard Rock.
Okay, they are struggling a lot on the Hard Rocks, getting seed 17 overall. They got seed 19 on Hard Rock 1, and they got seed, I believe this is seed 16 on Hard Rock 2. Very impressive scores though on the Nomad 1, Nomad 3, Nomad 4.
Seed
Even the
0,
Hidden as
4,
well are
yeah.
pretty good. They got seed 5 on Hidden 2 and seed 9 on Hidden 1. Their DTs are also pretty impressive. So they got seed 6 overall on Nomad, Hidden, and DT. So their only weakness point would be probably the Hard Rocks, where they'll have to practice more in terms of act.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
But very, very
yeah,
strong scores across Nomad, Hidden, and DT.
that's right. Once again, congratulations,
Great
seed
scores.
6.
Well done.
Great scores, guys.
Moving on to
Now,
our
moving on to the next seed, we are just Meadow Hunters. Meadow Hunter goats consisting of UKT and Ayotelofi.
bit more than Metal
Very
Hunters
well
being Seed
rounded.
5.
They are well rounded on the Nomads and the Hiddens. They got seed 5 overall on both of them. Getting seed 4 on Nomad 4, that's pretty impressive. And they also got Hidden 1 at seed 5. Struggling a bit more on the DT2 as well as the Hard Rock 1, but they're also pretty good at getting high accuracy on the Hard Rock 2, getting seed 5. That's pretty impressive.
That was a very hard map as well. Very challenging.
Yeah. Very strong scores, guys. Good job, guys.
Well done.
Keep it up, and congratulations for qualifying seed 5.
Closer to the top.
Now, moving
three.
on to the top 4 seed.
This is the
We've got Kanya Kerry. We've got Kanya and Crane Trek, my goats. They are pretty well rounded and they're pretty much DT mains getting consistently seed 2 on both the DTs. They might struggle a bit more on the Nomad 4 and the Hard Rock 2, getting seed 6 on both.
but those
But
DTs
that's just, yeah, that's just shows how very well rounded and very strong this team is.
especially strong in
So
Nomad 2 as well.
yeah, their HD2 is also pretty good. They got seed 4. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, especially
Once
how
again, congratulations, my goats, and good luck with the tournament. Now, moving on to seed 3, we've got C Circle, Click Circle, consisting of Osu, Janai Katsurada, and Zaised. Okay, another good team. We got C2 on Hidden and Hard Rock, so they're both versatile in terms of low AR reading and high AR reading, getting C2 on both the Hiddens and getting C3 on both the Hard Rocks. That's pretty
interesting that
impressive.
their Hidden's 2-2, their Hard Rock is 3-3, and their DT's 4-4.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pattern. Okay, they're struggling a bit more on the Nomad though. They got seed 7. Especially on the Nomad 1. They got seed 10 on the Nomad 1. That's their low seed out of the entire pool. But
Still a
other
good
than that, very rounded acts on across the board. That's pretty impressive. So congratulations, guys.
Very nice.
Good job.
Great
Yeah,
scores.
very nice.
On to top 2.
Top 2, we've got Wary's Downfall. Oh my goodness. I've got my haters on this on the board.
Where are
We've
you?
got Messi from BDT2, the BDT2 winner, and then we've got Tintin was taken. Okay, they're pretty good at Nomad and they're pretty good at everything pretty much.
Everything, yeah, that's CG for you.
More on the Hard Rock 1 though. Getting seed 6 in terms of AC. The rest is pretty impressive though. They got C2 on Nomad 3, Nomad 4, and Hard Rock 2. And then they got seed 3 on DT2, and then seed 4 on both Nomad 1 and Nomad 2, as well as Hidden 1. Very
strong,
well rounded.
very good.
Yeah, they're very versatile. But they will have to probably practice a bit more on improving their act in Hard Rock 1. Other than that, pretty well scores and good job, guys.
Very nice. Moving
Yeah.
on to our number
For the
one.
Titan of the tournament, Seed 1, we've got Roll Now,
Wow.
consisting of Haze Eclipse and Zixie Kitty. They got
These
Seed
scores are
1 on
crazy.
everything.
These guys are crazy.
Impressive, guys. Absolute dominance on this qualifiers pool. Getting Seed 1 on everything. I think
Notable
they
misses across the board.
Nomad 3, Nomad 4, Hard Rock 1, and the DTs. That's pretty good. They
That's
SS'd a lot of maps in this pool, which is pretty much the essence of this tournament. This is just wild, man.
this is just a
Really
crazy
impressive
team.
scores and crazy team. They're gonna do so well in this tournament. And once again, congratulations, guys.
Congratulations for Seed 1. Three
All
minutes
right then.
interval before we get to our pool review.
I have a message to pass on from Neshi. So, he says, ever since this guy became a featured artist, this guy has gotten way too comfortable. I'm here to remind him that I still exist and I'm still praying.
Thank you, Neshi. Oh my goodness.
Where
My
you
god.
better watch out.
All right then.
Alright,
Okay. For context, that I think I went against that guy in a show match in a tournament called PTT2, where I was part of the Seed 1 team, Jumbo Rats 2, and he was part of the Seed 2 team. I forgot the name. I think it was Bonus Fan Club or something. However, we did not win that tournament, but they did though. So congrats to them. So I'm gonna be really impressed on, and I'm just looking forward to how they'll perform in this tournament, considering they have a history of performing really well in previous tournaments. So yeah,
Anyway,
no hate to Neshi though. You can continue hating me though, but
are we
Virtual,
getting ready
don't
for
worry.
the pool reveal?
It's all fun and games. Don't worry.
Kura, are we ready for pool reveal? I'm very ready, and I'm sure all the players watching are ready for the pool.
Ready. We get a cameo. Goodbye.
So, very exciting. Here is our pool reveal. We have a lot of banger maps coming up, made by yours truly. It is our Nomad 1, it's our consistency slot. Very much a chill, relax, focus on aim and a little bit of triples here and there. But it's very relaxed, like you can see the map just here. We've got a few replays on it as well. Just very all-rounded consistency. It might take out a few teams. We've seen a couple of teams struggle on Nomad 1. Maybe it's because of the AR, but I think the OD on this map is very forgiving. It's just nice and solid. You can't really complain with Nomad 1. Unless you are We Hate Aim, which is a very interesting team name. Any thoughts on this, Wary? Hello, Wary? Wary might have died, but that is okay, because it's just Nomad 1. I don't know much else to say here. It's your very bog standard newbie map. Very easy to hack, and it's very nice. But coming up, we will have your Nomad 2, which is actually a custom map introducing our custom mapper, Clawtle. Hello, Clawtle.
Hey
Would you like to
everyone,
talk?
I am the new couch in the SS Cup household. You may know me as the captain of this year's Australia 6WC team, but I also map for fun sometimes, so I'm here to talk about the custom map that I've made for this round. I apologize for the disruptive, very early hit sounds compared to the music, but hopefully it shouldn't be as extreme of an issue in gameplay. You may have to use +5 or greater local offset if you find yourself hitting late, which was a problem for many of our playtesters. I'm not sure what this is caused by since I downloaded the timing template directly from Fractal Dreamer's featured artist page, but I tried to fix it the other night in what I thought was the only way that would work, but it kept making the slider velocity all weird, so I just gave up. And that's why I'm setting a bounty for this map. Not for in-match gameplay itself, but if someone successfully helps me fix the offset on this No Mod 2 in time for the weekend, I'll give them a month of supporter. No cap! Anyways, the map itself went through a few different iterations. I had to nerf the spacing and reading a bit from its original form, try to make it interesting to play, but at the same time not too difficult to SS, hopefully. And yeah, it was a fun challenge to map for a slot that is not usually seen in the traditional sense, this very low star rating. So, with that, thank you Staff for having me on as the guest of honor for this round of 32 pool showcase, and yeah, I'll see you.
Thank you so much, Claudel, and also thank you for the map. It is a lot of fun to play. Very nice on the burst department. Very
Thank you so
forgiving and
much,
chill.
Polish.
Oh, good. It's a great map, and I'm sure a lot of the players will agree. Important to note that, as I am a head pooler, it is very hard to find a high BPM map. So, please forgive us for the low BPM. But with that done, we will now move into our No Mod 3, which is our light alt slot. And our light alt is just... it's very, very light, but I will say it might be a bit more difficult in the pool, considering it is 3.09 SR, but I'm sure a lot of players will, you know, it's a good, fun, chill map. So it goes for about, 3 minutes, AR8. There was a big goal in my pooling to try get as much AR8 as possible. I was trying to avoid AR 7.5 like the plague, but yes, I'm sure this map is very, very fun. Great song by Riol, which is a classic farm, DT farm artist. So yeah, there's that. Any thoughts on this, Wary? Are we still alive?
Oh, I think we're moving on to No Mod 4 now. I was about to say something. Anyways, for No Mod 4 we've got Anti-Ice, if that's how it's pronounced.
I think it's Antisus. Antisus?
Slider patterns over here. So yeah, what's your take on this map?
It's very much No Mod 4. There's a bit more challenging than that qualifiers because it has those slightly off rhythms where it makes it harder to act, but it definitely has that tech element to it, as you can see with all those slider shapes. But yeah, and notably it is baby tech because we are at 3-star rating. But very nice, very fun to play as well.
Yeah, I think most players will probably struggle acting on those buzz sliders, but we'll see how they'll perform with this map.
Definitely
Fun
very
map
similar
overall,
to
though.
the No Mod
Moving
5.
on to No Mod 5, we've got String Theocracy by Millie.
Great song, I will just say. It's so much fun to listen to. But
Yeah.
it's an AR5 swing map. At first it might seem like, oh, this is really challenging, it's like AR5, but playing it, it definitely feels very, very relaxing. Just have to focus a bit more on those timing, and that is our slot for No Mod 5. Considering we have 4 replays, which is quite impressive for No Mod 5 slot.
Yep. Well, since this is 2.7 stars, the patterns are a lot simpler except for some of those sliders which are a bit denser. Other than that, yeah, it's just a standard No Mod 5 with a very fun font. Yep. Storyboard is actually pretty cool as well.
Yeah, the storyboard is awesome.
Moving on to Hidden One, my favorite slot. We've got
This
Mother.
great map. Very much awkward aim, as you can see. It's a bit snappy, bit alty, bit hard. It can be a bit hard to actually not miss on this map because of just that weird snap aim you have to do. Especially it's coming from a mouse player. It can be really challenging to like snap directly as a linear aim pattern. But it's a great map. It's so much fun to play.
Yeah.
Another ARA
And
for
one thing to notice about this map is that it mostly consists of sliders, so players will have to be careful when hitting those sliders. Otherwise, yeah, you might probably slider break on those slower sliders. So yeah, gotta be careful on that.
yeah,
But yeah, it's a
still
pretty
pretty
standard hidden one. Very fun too. I actually like
map.
well, moving on to hidden two, we've got Sunflower.
We definitely nerfed it compared to the qualifiers hidden 2, where a lot of players were like, this is way too hard. So Varial and I, at Your Head Poolers, basically sat down and said, let's get something that's a lot more easy. So it's still AR7, and it's definitely a bit easier on those timings, so a lot more players should be able to feel comfortable on it. But it is your pretty standard AR7 hidden 2.
Yep. Another thing to notice about this map is only 2 minutes long, so hopefully players would have a better time in practicing this map because it's not that long. However, they'll still have to practice a bit more on hacking since this is AR7. So yeah,
Yeah, it's
once
pretty good.
again, very fun hidden to overall
And that'll move us right
standard
into
patterns here and there.
move us into the Hard Rock 1, which is an all-time classic. All players should know this, and it's coming up in just a moment. I think. I don't remember.
Okay.
I'm a failed commentator.
Moving on to Hard Rock 1, we have Hopes and Dreams.
It's a classic, absolute classic map. Everybody has farmed this at least once.
A banger map for Hard Rock 1. So
Not much
another
to say
standard
about it.
Hard Rock 1.
They got
There's
AR turn, bit of aim, bit of
pattern,
tapping.
yeah, bit of aim and tapping, lots of curved sliders and lots of linear sliders, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this map.
It's
We just
very
have to focus
much,
on
yeah, just gotta focus on that aim mostly. But do beware of that AR turn, it might catch a few players off guard because this map does feel pretty quick at times. Especially with those big jumps between sliders, it might catch a few people off guard. But I think it's a very nice consistency slot for Hard Rock 1. And yeah,
That's pretty much it.
we should be
And-
moving into our Hard Rock 2 in a moment, and a lot of players did complain about the Hard Rock 2 in quals as well. So I made a lot of time trying to make sure that the Hard Rock 2 would be a lot easier to play.
Anyways, moving on to Hard Rock 2, we have Step of Cloud rather, by Chata. So
Very, very relaxing Hard Rock 2. You can notice with that lower BPM, tiny bit of jumps here and there, bit mechanically challenging maybe, but very easy on the accuracy, and no rhythms this time. So it should be a lot better than quals.
the sliders are a lot slower than normal, so you'll have to be careful because you might slider break on these sliders, so you have to time your aim cursor movement when hitting
Yes.
these sliders. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty much of a standard precision.
These
Not
days,
that
25
sophisticated in terms
says
of
map.
aim and mechanics, so yeah.
And we should be moving into our DT1 here, which I am very proud of from my job at pooling, because finding DT1 at first was really hard, but DT1 is
We've got-
AR9.
Also, Megami Triangle by Chata again. We got two Chata songs.
I
for
actually
this
didn't
pool,
notice
that's
that,
pretty
but yep. It is an actual AR9 map, which is surprising for this SR, but it also works because there's quite a fair bit of aim going on. And all 4 Vilfars are showing that off, as you can see, all 4 Vilfars in the replay. It's just 4 of them.
Yeah, it's just a pretty standard DT. Not that much of, in terms of jumps, very slightly dense patterns, but they're not overlapping with each other, so they should be easier to hit in general. But
Might be a
other
bit
than that,
tricky in that awkward aim.
yeah, for people that struggle on awkward aim, but it should be fine for most of you. So yeah.
Yep.
Moving on to DT2, we've got Rainy Boots by Will Stepson.
Ignore the smoke. This is
Yeah, I think
Another-
our replayers overcooked the replays over here with the
a little
smoke.
bit. I think we also overcooked because we have another Inabakumori song for DT2 slot. Granted, it is the Will Stetson cover, but yes. It's very much quote-unquote high BPM finger control, but it's very hard to pull DT2 at 3SR, I will say. But I think this map does fit the slot. I think it does the job. Got a bit of tapping, bit of like, you could alt these or single tap them. A lot of the replays were single tapping, but I think it is easier to alt.
Yeah. I guess for non-alt players or non-control players, they might struggle a bit more on this DT2. And moving on to free mod 1, we've got Before I Rise.
Note that we will start with the hidden replay here and move into the hard rock. This map is definitely a lot easier on hidden than it is hard rock, but it is a great consistency map because it's got all those triples, all that aim. Definitely works, but definitely for the hard rock players, do watch out. It can catch you off guard.
Yeah. It's another... Okay, here goes the hard rock replay. It's
Could
pretty
not
much...
keep replays for this.
Yeah, it's pretty much comparable to hard rock 1, like in terms of patterns. So there's some tapping, there's some bus sliders, there's some, sliders that here and there. Nothing much. Pretty standard.
Also, it is not actually free mod, I lied, it is force mod. You are forced to either play with hidden or hard rock. Wahahaha. But yes, very much hidden based free mod or force mod 1. Moving into our anti mod, which is a banger song, Maximizer. You should know the song. If you don't know the song, you don't know Osu. But definitely this is harder on the hidden side of things compared to hard rock. It is AR6, so will catch a lot of people off guard. But yes, on the hard rock, it is a lot more forgiving. But it has still got that CS 5.9, I think it's meant to be 6.5, might be a mistake. But yes, still precision based, hard rock, might catch a few people off guard, but is a great, fun song to play. And moving on to our tiebreaker, Glockhauf Fungus, short for Good Luck Have Fun. It is a Wakashi by Shikata Akiko, sorry, misread. It is 3.34 SR, so about the star rating of the next pool. About 4 minutes long, maybe lower in the BPM and AR8, and a bit higher on that CS, being CS3. But definitely tests a multitude of skill sets, notably some weird aim on the sliders in the upcoming Ki. Anything to mention about this map, Wary?
Well, I think the more noticeable patterns are those sliders overlapping each other, pretty much comparable to the sliders that we've seen in the No Mod 4. So that might be tricky for some players, but other than that, it's a pretty standard tiebreaker.
Very much
Slider heavy
nice song. I
tiebreaker.
quite like the song. It has some intensity to it.
Yep.
Definitely got
Okay,
a little bit of awkward aim here and there with those aim
these
drops.
lower sliders might be a little bit trickier for some. Then we got, yeah, slider velocity variety here.
It is very easy to do drop slider ends on this map, so you do have to be conscious of that when playing.
Yep.
But yeah, that is wrapping up our pool here. Definitely spent a lot of time trying to make sure that it's playable for majority of players, and I think that you guys will enjoy it, and I hope you do. Feel free to give us feedback. I love feedback. It helps me pool. But thank you so much for showing up to SS Cup. Oh, yep, that's an end quote and a half. So thank you all for showing up. It was great. Thank you for playing the qualifiers. Hope you're happy with your slot in our map pools. And yeah, that's pretty much all for us. The stat sheet should be released shortly. Burb is still, I believe, working on it. So do just wait a little bit longer for that.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you when we see you.
We'll see you when we see you, yeah. And I want to say thank you to Kuro for diligently streaming for us. And
Kura
listening
the goat. Thank you for the
Kuro
stream.
the Goat. Thank you, Innocent Human.